Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm back with another video for you today. Today I am doing another Project Life process video for you, and basically in this 2-page spread I am going to be getting 3 weeks on, and they are the weeks of January 14th to February 3rd. And I think I mentioned in my last video that it doesn't really bother me to put more than 1 week or even less than 1 week on a double-page spread. I just go with the amount of photos that I have. So that is why, and there was so much of us that was sick and everything in January that there wasn't a whole lot of going on. So that's why there is so many weeks on these 2 pages. So I'm first starting with this picture of my daughter. It's a selfie she took, and I'm just putting it on a 4x6 card. And I am using today a collection. It was from Stampin' Up. It was one of their first Project Life collections. I only have a few cards left from it. You will see as I'm going through them to see which ones that I want to use. But it was good I basically got most of them used up, and I just kept whichever ones I liked at the end. And I'm also using these puffy stickers, and I believe that these came from a very old Studio Calico kit. They definitely don't have any stickiness left to them, so you're going to see me having to use my wet Tombow glue to hold them down quite a few times. Basically, yeah, I think I had to use it on all of them. So there are also these clear epoxy stickers that don't show up in the video as well as they do in person. They aren't really they don't stand out that much from the page, but they give a little bit of added interest. And I wanted to use them since I believe they came in the Project Life kit with the Stampin' Up. They are from Stampin' Up. If they didn't come in the kit, then they you could buy like an accessory pack or something to go with it. Like I said, they're quite a few years old, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember everything about that. But I went ahead and mounted my 4x6 or 4x4 photo onto that polka dot paper, and then I'm also using that orangish yellow arrow that you see there on the card already. Came from that sheet that you can barely see to the right of the screen. And those are close to my heart. I think they were called Sticker Elements or something like that. And those are a couple years old also. I think it was their adventure pack, and basically it came with like 3 or 4 sheets, and one sheet was alphabet, one sheet was like tags, one sheet was shapes like hearts and stars. So amazingly, the colors were almost exactly matched perfectly to the Stampin' Up card. So I was very excited to get some of these used up, because you guys know that I am trying to use up some of my stash this year. So I'm adding this picture on, and I just trimmed it down slightly smaller than 3x4 so it would have a very small border around it. And I added a geotag and one of those clear stickers inside the geotag. It fit really perfect. So that was that card. And now I'm going to work on this 4x4 picture of my 2 cats. I looked down and saw them snuggling. They were sleeping together. They've kind of got their arms wrapped around each other, and it was really cute and sweet. So I'm going to look now for one of those, this close to my heart pack that I was talking about. One of the sheets that you got, you can see here, has a bunch of words on it. So I was trying to figure out which word that I wanted to use that would really go well with this picture. I was trying to decide if I still wanted to use this 4x6 card, but I am going to go ahead and stick with that. So one of the words said sweet, and I thought that that went well because it was really sweet to look at my cats sleeping together. So I am going to go ahead and glue down the word sweet, and I had a little trouble with the S, so I'm just trying to get that straight. And here's another one of those sheets. You can see both of those sheets came from the same pack, and all the colors are the same in each one of these sheets. So I was very excited to get to use some of these up. So I'm just going to look around what I want to. I know I wanted to add the date, so I picked out this tab sticker. And when I'm working on my Project Life cards, as you can tell, I kind of just work on one card at a time, and I don't really worry about making any kind of visual triangle or anything like that among the whole page. I just try to add in a little bit of the same elements on most of the cards so that when they are all together on the page, it will look cohesive. So I'm also using, you can see there on the left of this screen, those black and white stickers. Those are Simple Stories. They might be the Carpe Diem. I am not 100% sure, but they are somewhat clear. I really, really like those. Those work great on both 12 by 12 layouts, but they're also really good for Project Life layouts because they can go on your pictures really easy. On the very first 4x4 I did, I put I can't remember what it said now, but I basically put on there that a sticker on the 4x4 of my daughter. So, and then I think I just put a sticker on the one with my cats. So this is a 4x4 picture that I'm working on now, and I just used the Pick Frame, I believe it is. Let me check really quick. It's an app, and I know a lot of people use, I believe, Pick Stitch. Oh no, I use Pick Stitch. A lot of people use Pick Frame. I have no idea what the difference is, or what. It seems like Pick Frame might be more popular. I hear people talking about that one a little more. I just happen to have started out with Pick Stitch, and it works for me. I know how to use it, so I don't feel like there's any reason to change, but I have no idea if there's a difference. But basically, all I did was put those 4 pictures together in a little grouping and made it into a 4x4 for this layout. And I'm really liking being able to add more photos to my Project Life pages this way. And it just gives a little more added interest too, so that the pictures aren't always the same size. So these are pictures of my husband's work. My husband organized a boxcar derby. I'll just read the journaling. It says, Jason organized a boxcar derby at work. Today they got together to race the cars. Jason didn't win any awards, but he had fun making the car. He spent a lot of time making the car. And I don't know if you can see the top left photo is the track they made, and it goes all the way up the staircase. And he had a lot of fun. I couldn't go that day. I believe that was one of the days my son was sick. Or there was something going on, so I couldn't go there and watch. But I was a little bummed about that, but that's okay. So I'm going to use another one of these Close to My Heart stickers, and it just says here we go, and it has an arrow, and that's going to finish up that card. So these are my scrappy friends, my scrappy BFFs, I like to call them. This is my friend. I'm on the left, then it's my friend Terry, my other friend Terry, and then my friend Glenna. And this was at one of our crops. I go to a crop in Scappoose. My friend Terry, in the kind of reddish pinkish shirt, puts on crops because she's a Close to My Heart consultant. So they just put on little crops in Scappoose. Oh, one Saturday every few months. And I love to go. These ladies are so much fun. And I would encourage you, if you ever have a chance to go to a crop but you're all by yourself, to go anyway, because I wouldn't have known any of these ladies if I wouldn't have been willing to go to a crop by myself. So, and it's so worth it because you meet these beautiful ladies. So they are a lot of fun. So I wanted to get them in my Project Life because this was a crop that I was at that Saturday. And I didn't do much. I kind of left the picture at 4x6 and just added a few elements in the top right, as you saw, and I kind of just left it at that. So this card I didn't do much to it. I'm just going to put it on a background piece, and then I'm outlining it. And I'm not outlining the edge of the 3x4 card. I'm kind of outlining the edge of the picture, and that worked out pretty good for me. And you'll see in the end that it works out. I think when you're doing a Project Life spread or a pocket page spread, that it's good to leave some just plain photos or some photos that aren't busy with other embellishments, because it just helps add a little bit of a spot for your eye to rest, I believe. So that was that. And forgive me, I'm trying to keep up with all these pictures. This was, I have it sped up a little bit because otherwise it was like 30-minute long video, and I didn't know if that would drive people nuts. So that one I'm working on here, the 3x4 card, is a picture of when I was at the crop. It was National Chocolate Cake Day, and I bought my son for Christmas a calendar where you tear off each page, and each day it has what a crazy silly national holiday. It doesn't have, like, Easter or 4th of July on it. It just has other holidays. So this was National Chocolate Cake Day. So my husband actually took the kids to the store and made a chocolate cake by scratch or from scratch with them, and they had a lot of fun. So this is a picture of my two boys helping my husband make the cake. So I am going to do this in the where it's 4x6 vertically, but you will see at the very end of the video I realized that this card isn't going to fit in the page protector that I want to use in this direction, so I'm going to trim it down, but you will see that later. And I cut out the process of me adding the title on there. Those letter stickers, yeah, when I was done with this video, I got rid of the puffy stickers and I got rid of those letter stickers. Those letter stickers were horrible. They were all stuck together. You couldn't pull them off. I was going insane using those, so I'm done with those. So I have this 4x6 picture, and it's again another selfie that my daughter took with her friend, and I just added the word smile and a heart, and again I used one of those geotag stickers, and I put in a clear epoxy sticker in that one too, and that's all I'm going to do to that one also. And then this is a photo of my son with his class, and I teach art lit to them, so art literacy is what that stands for. And so I'm just going to put on the letters art and lit, and then there's this little like quote bubble that says newsflash. So I thought that was kind of cute. I liked how the little bottom triangle fit in between the art and the lit. And then I'm just going to add another little puffy star to that picture right there next to the art lit, and that is going to be it for that 3x4 card. And now I am working on I cut these down. They were 4x6 photos, but I cut them down, and it's just of my son and my daughter playing Skip-Bo, I believe. He got Skip-Bo for Christmas, and he really likes to play card games and such, and so I went ahead and took a picture of them playing. He started to drive my daughter a little crazy, so he's being a little crazy in one of the photos, but I'm just going to use those same letters. I wanted to use up as many as I could on this double page spread before getting rid of them. You can see me there though. I have to cut all of them out because they are sticking together and flying everywhere, so I just put Skip-Bo in using those, using those letter stickers. I put the word Skip-Bo, and then I'm stamping the date. I love to add my date with date stamps. My date stamps are some of my most used supplies, some of my most favorite. So now I'm just looking, and I found this word. It's a white sticker, and it says good times. So I just put that up in the top right corner. And then there is this other sticker that I just trimmed down so you could only see part of it, and it says laugh on it, and again that has to go because he was driving my daughter crazy, so it was just kind of funny. And I am going to outline this card as well, and it's just a very subtle outline, and it's a very messy looking outline. Sometimes I like to have a very straight outline, and sometimes I don't care if it's a messy outline, so this time I didn't really care. And I just wrote on there, I think Tim was driving Kay crazy. I couldn't fit more journaling in there the way that I had did it. I didn't plan that at all, so I just left it like that. K is for my daughter, Kaylin. Excuse me. So here I have these two photos of my flowers in my front yard that were blooming, and I love these flowers. So I put them on this 4x6 card, and I'm outlining again. I'm outlining just the photo part and not around the entire card like I usually do. Just giving it a little bit of interest, and I wanted the pictures to stand out just a little bit on that busy background. And I'm just putting in my journaling, I just wrote my favorite signs of spring, and I'm going to add just a little puffy heart and one of those clear stickers on there. And again, you can't really see the clear stickers too much, but it is there and just gives a little bit of interest. So I am also going to add a geotag sticker to the top right of this one to kind of help flow with the other two cards that I have put them on, and I'm going to add the epoxy sticker to the center of that. So now I am looking, I believe I'm going to work on the title card, and what I mean by title card is every month or every 2-page spread that I do. Sometimes I do divide it by 1-page spread, but I like to add the week. So like I said at the beginning of this video, This is January 14th to February 3rd. So on almost all my Project Life pages, you will find a date card like this, or a title card as I sometimes call it. But I'm using these same letter stickers, trying to get them used up, and I'm just adding February 3rd here, and then right above that I'm going to add January 14th. I find it really convenient to have the dates here because when I'm going back, I refer to my Project Life albums a lot for journaling. So if I, like for example, this last weekend I was at a crop and there was something that I didn't quite remember everything about the story behind the picture, so I waited to do my journaling at home. And I went in and I got out my Project Life album and I looked it up there because more than likely, almost all the time, I have more journaling in my Project Life album than I have, you know, written down anywhere else or anything. So I can see, oh yeah, that's what happened, and then I can go journal the same thing on my layout. So I really like, it really helps to have the date in there because I can just flip the pages, find the date, and then narrow it down to, it also helps with figuring out the date if I have a photo without the date. So that helps with that a lot too. So this is, I'm basically laying out these cards the way they're going to look in the page protector, and there are a couple pictures at the end. And I realized that I had one open space with no card in it, so I'm just looking for a filler card right now. I originally thought I was going to use that sun card. We had a couple sunny days, so I thought maybe that would be really cute there. But then I found this 4x6 card with the heart on it, and I really like that heart, and I didn't want to cover it up with anything else, so I just trimmed it down to be 3x4, and the heart goes off the edge of both the sides of the card, but it's fine with me. And here is where I realized that I actually did this picture in the wrong orientation. It was supposed to be horizontal, not vertical. So all I did to fix that was I cut it down to be 3x4, left the title on there, and now I'm going to find another card and I'm going to journal about that day. And like I said earlier in the video too, that was National Chocolate Day, Chocolate Cake Day. So I just journaled about that and how my husband made the cake. So hope you guys like this video, and I will talk to you later. All right, goodbye.